Hey everybody, this is Diana at the Misfit Journal Maker, and I hope everybody is having a great day today. And I just want to start out by saying, if you're not a subscriber to my channel here, I'd really appreciate it if you like what you see to hit the like button, subscribe, go ahead and click on that button. I also want to let you know that I do have a Facebook group where I do have templates and such like that that I only have available there if you feel like joining. We have fun. Everybody puts up, what they're working on, their creativity, and show us what you're working on, your journals, etc. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there. And this is what we're making today. I want to start by saying that this is not my idea. This came from Tracy Fox, and she has a YouTube channel. This I got at least 2 years ago. I don't know, it's been a long time. I bought these off her shop, and I think at the time, right after I bought this set, she created another one. I'm not sure, I should have looked, but I do believe there is 2 sets of Paperclip Slips on her Etsy. So if you want to create these, you have to get her her little kit that she has there. I guess you could try to figure it out on your own, but her kit prices are very good, and she did a wonderful job. I'm going to show you what she has, and so to me it's worth the investment. I love them. In fact, I even was thinking when I remembered that she possibly has another kit, to go ahead and get it. So this is her kit. She's got 3 pages of Paperclip Slips. There is 6 on each page. Okay. And then she also has this teeny tiny ephemera that you can cut this out and use it to decorate the paper clips once they're finished. And you can also just cut out your own teeny tiny little things to put on there. I've used butterflies, I've used, like numbers, I've used like straw flowers, silk flowers. You can use any type of little ephemera that you want to decorate those. So I've already done this video once, but it was a long time ago, and Facebook Live deleted it. So this is what I had from my first time around. Like I said, she's on Love Junk Journals on Etsy. That's her store. That's where you can get this kit. I believe it was really reasonable. So yeah. Anyway, for a supply list, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know that ahead of time, so you can see if you really want to invest. You need to use the large paper clips. That's what this is set up for. I don't know if she's since made one for the smaller ones, or if people want to get really, into it and try to make it for the smaller ones. I don't know. I didn't want to go through that. So, and I like the big ones because they're easier to embellish. The smaller ones, you could probably use them just plain, but I don't know that they'd be really enough room to embellish on them. So anyway, you need the paper clips. That's one. You need some, I guess you could use a glue stick, but I'm using wet glue. I'm also going to be using a bone folder. You don't have to use a bone folder. You need a pair of scissors. If you are going to put eyelets, you need your eyelets on it, for it. You also need of course, your eyelet thingy. And I'm using, today, I'm going to use bulb pins, but you can use, like little claw clasps, which I have on those other ones. You can use those along with, jump rings. And so, yeah, those are several different ways you can do it. It's all up to you. That's just what I'm going to be doing. Another thing I did was, when I did the last tutorial on this years ago, I wanted to make my own paperclip slips, because while hers are great, I like stuff to match my journals if I'm using a kit. So I actually cut out, these are ones I cut out, and using her templates. And so, but I think at that time I used these and gave them out to everybody, but I really shouldn't have done that. This is her kit. It was a long time ago, and there wasn't very many people who saw the video, thank goodness, like, because I really had a yeah, I just had a feeling of like that was, I shouldn't have done that. So I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to put the directions and what, not the directions, but what you need, what you can use for extras. And I'm going to not provide this because this is her idea. And so I just wanted to show you what you could do with it though. So these here are ones that I made out of her templates. They're just random ones that I used my own graphics for. I did not use hers. So this is what you can do with, also with buying the kit, is you can create your own because you don't have to do the guesswork. She's already done it for you. So these are just 6 of my own. I created more than this. I can't find my original paper. I don't know where it is on my computer. I've got like 30K worth of digitals, and so I can't even find my own templates. So I was lucky that I found the the supply list and stuff for you guys. So anyway, so yeah, it's pretty cool because once you get her kit, you can, like I said, use her template to create your own to match your journal that you're working on. If you decide hers are not going to fit with your theme or whatever you're doing. So that's that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna, my favorite one is on this page of hers, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut out one, and we'll do this one. I think I'm going to use my bigger scissors. These are going to be a little bit tiny. Okay. So I love this green one, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just take this one. Another thing is you need to print this out on cardstock. I think you could use regular paper, but I wouldn't because it's just not going to be sturdy, and it's just not going, especially if you want to put charms on the end and put that you know, put the stuff through there, it's just not going to be enough of a weight for the paper. I believe this is 90-pound cardstock, and I would not go any higher because a lot of the cardstock, along with a lot of the scrapbook paper pads, when you bend them, they either start to rip and tear, or they get this like funky kind of like where the paper's all scrunched up. It's not flat and it's not nice looking. So that's why I think the 90 is probably the perfect one. You could experiment. I don't have anything higher than 90, so I don't know. But yeah, I wouldn't do that. So we're gonna just cut this out, and I have a shadow in here which is not helping me from my lights above. I don't know what to do about it because without the light I don't have any natural light in here, so it's dark. Maybe I'll have to buy one of those round lights that people use when they're doing videos. I don't know. I don't really want to invest in that. I don't do that many videos. I love to do them, but yeah, I just make the best of it here. Okay, so we're gonna cut out that one first. And they're pretty easy to make. I did it kind of like with an assembly line almost type way. I cut everything out and then just went ahead and put them together fairly quickly. The part that takes the longest with these is if you're going to embellish them, if you're going to glue the little ephemera on them, or put the you know, the other things hanging off with the jump rings and such, then that takes a lot longer. If you're like me and you're picky and you want just the right stuff. So okay, so what you're gonna do, and I saw somebody do this, and I'm going to use their idea. Have this little tiny scoreboard, and I'm going to try to score in the middle of this because I don't even know if it's going to work because I can't. I'm trying to get it so that I don't know if anybody else has issues, but I have big issues with my scoreboard. I have a big one too, and it does not stay. I can't, it starts going crooked. I don't know why. I don't know why it does that, but let's see if this is going to work here. Yeah, see. Yeah, it didn't really, I don't have it in the right place. You want it to line up with the other side. Okay. I'm going to try this one more time. If not, you don't have to do this part because I'm just trying it. Let's try here. I don't think that's going to be right either, but let's see. Nope. Okay, scoreboard is a bad idea. It really just doesn't work. It's, I guess, if you try going over, see that one I went over way too far. Just try to line up as best you can. And then you could use the, boy, see, like this cardstock's giving me a hard time. Probably because I already had a line here. Okay, got it. Yeah, the scoreboard's not didn't really work for me. Okay, so now that we have them like this, you're also going to need a corner rounder. I forgot about that. And if you don't have one, you can go ahead and just do it with your scissors. But you need to round your corners. And actually, the corners show on the printout, so you don't even have to guess with your scissors. You just cut along the line. Okay. Okay, so now we've got the nice rounded corners. Okay, so when you're gluing this, you got to be really careful where you put the glue, because you don't want to have it in the area where the paper clip's going to go. So you go right along the middle here, okay, and you glue this right here, and then you get a really thin line. And I'm doing this on the short edge, so I'm not doing it up here, I'm doing it on the short part. Okay, and you just want a tiny bit of glue. You don't need a lot. Ideally, you should let these dry for maybe 5-10 minutes just to make sure, but because of the video, I'm not going to do that, and hopefully it'll work. So I don't know if you can see that, but I just have a teeny tiny bit of glue there. Okay. Okay. Oop. Seeing some glue come through there. And if you have like any overhanging paper, you can also cut that off. It's not a big deal at all. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit there for just a second. Let me put this back on. Okay, so now we're going to take our paper clip, and you're going to get the biggest one, the big side. There's two, you know, you can see one's bigger than the other. Get the big one. Okay, and then you're going to take the big side of your paper clip, the long side, and you're going to push it all the way in. Okay, and you want to do your best to center that. Okay. So you're going to go all the way down. Okay. And you want to go as far as you can, because this is the part you're going to put your hole in and stuff, so you need to have room for that. Then you're going to take your small piece and you're going to come down here at the bottom of the paper clip, and you're going to push up, grab the top, and pull. Okay, only till you reach the top. You want to line those up. Okay, so there you go. You have it on both sides. Now you're going to take your glue, put that away too quick, and you're going to pull back on the little flap here. Make sure, see that paper clip came up with it. So you want to push that back down. Okay, make sure that it's all the way. Okay, now you're going to glue here. Not a ton of glue, just enough. And push that down. Okay, you want to just line it up so it's flush here at the top. Now I'm seeing a little, let me see. Try to get it to line up. Okay, yeah, I don't have it. If you have a little bit over, just cut it off. It's fine. It's not going to hurt a thing. Okay, so now we have this. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out a color. I do see some paper hanging over right here. Let's see. I'm going to cut that off. Oh, I did forget one thing. Okay, for those of you who are inkers like me, you're going to go ahead at this time and get your whatever color ink you want to use. I'm today using Vintage Photo Distress ink. And I'm just going to go ahead and distress my outside edges. You don't need to do this before because you don't need the inside done because it's not going to show. So the back will show when you turn over your paper. When you have it on your paper, you will see the back. So this part you do want to do because it will show on the next page. Should have done that part, but it's okay. Okay, that's good. Now it looks nice and distressed, and I like that. Okay, so get rid of the ink. And then we're going to get our eyelets. And I have a bunch of different colors. If you have just one, that's fine. I wish, do I have green? I thought I had green. No, that's gray. That's turquoise. I think I'm just going to use silver. Oh, I'm disappointed. I thought that I had some green. This is way too turquoise. Yep. I don't think I want to use white. Let's see here. I don't know about anybody else. I'm really picky with my ephemera. Like, I have to have things matching or whatever. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and just use silver. Grab one of these little guys. And I bought my eyelets on Temu, and they do not go with the We Are Memory Keepers holes. They're too small. So I use just a regular hole punch you can grab at any store that you'd use for like a loose leaf notebook. And you don't want to go too close to the edge, and you want to line it up, and hopefully I'm okay here. I think I am. Not bad. Yeah, you don't want to go too close to the edge, but you don't want to go too far because you want to make sure that you're in just the right spot. Okay, so I'm going to flip this over, put this little guy on, and hopefully this will work for me because I don't know what it is about the We Are Memory Keeper stuff. I'm just not a big fan. Well, it worked that time. Awesome. Okay. So, now we've got that done. I don't know, I guess as you get older, this stuff is really, I don't know if anyone agrees with me, it's really heavy and cumbersome. And I see people using the little tiny, like just handheld corner rounders, and I'm like, wow, I need to get one of those. Even this is so heavy. I just, you know, I bought this years ago, but, you know, I see people with just the little handheld ones that are just smaller. And it's like, wow, I want to invest in like switching over. I guess that comes along with age and arthritis. I don't know. But, and they're also cheaper too. I paid a fortune for those, and I just don't think it was worth it. So, but everyone has their own, I should have done this. I just want to go to this a little bit. Make it go flatter. Okay. Everybody has their own ideas of what works for them, and that's great. You have to, you know, with this, to me, with journal making or anything else, you have to go along with what works for you. Because if it doesn't work well for you, then that's where you come to a point where you're just like, this doesn't really, you know, give me any joy, because I'm like struggling with my supplies. So I just guess I will use a silver bowl pin. And then I have a bunch of charms. Let's see what I got here. I have these set aside for something, but we'll use one of them. Let's see. I have a butterfly there, but I don't think there's any butterflies in here. I gotta, here's a, what else? I thought I had another, no. Well, I could use a dragonfly, or I could use a key. What do I want to do here? I've got a pretty heart. I think I'll use the dragonfly. I like him. Okay. I just do my bulb pin in there. Okay. So what we're gonna do then, just open up your bulb pin and stick it through. And then with this, you don't even need to use a jump ring. You can just put it on your, let's see if you don't put it on here first. Just put it through your bulb pin, and then just close it on up. Oop. And here you go. You've got your charm hanging off your little your paper clip. And I always hate this because the charms turn over, so I gotta flip this because it's not the right way. Okay. There we go. God, this thing keeps coming undone. User error. Okay, so here we go. So now we've got our little charm, and here's a bunch of her little ephemera that I cut out. And I don't know that there's any butterflies left in here. I'm gonna see, just for the heck of it. I have problems because of my disability sitting in my chair a long time. So what I do is I take the whole print out in my room with a pair of scissors, and I will, there's some extra stuff in here that wasn't in her little kit. Oh, here's one right here. We'll use this. And I just cut out stuff while I'm laying down because, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So, let me pick, I'm only gonna use one of these guys. But yeah, seriously, you guys, I would suggest getting her kit, one or both. And I'm not affiliated with her. She doesn't know I'm doing this, so I'm just telling you from you know, one journaler to another, that it's a really cool thing. And I love Tracy. I think that she does wonderful stuff. And so that's why I'm encouraging you guys to check her out. And if you like this, ephemera, to go ahead and pick it up, because it's worth it. That's really cute. Okay, I'm gonna use a glue stick for this. And let's see. I'm gonna stick it down here on the edge, and then I want to cut out from her. And the good part about getting these two is you can reprint them over and over and over. I don't really have any really tiny ephemera, and I need to buy some because I'm not about to make it. And have it on hand in my stash so I don't have to cut it out when I want to do stuff like this. I can have it already cut out like this. But I already used this number on another one I made. But I like it. It looks really cute, so I'm going to cut it out again. And I guess you could always make, if you've got number stamps, you can always make your own. But I don't know. I don't have patience for doing anything digital, and I'm not a good stamper. There's some people, they stamp and it looks beautiful. Mine are crooked, or they have like part of the stamp took and part of it didn't. So I don't know. I sit and like stamp on other pages like to practice, and then I go to do it on the real thing and it doesn't work. So maybe there's something I'm doing wrong. Maybe it's the ink I'm using, or I don't know. Who knows? Let's see. Okay. And I'm gonna just I also have a whole bunch of just like words, and I'm sure there's people that have the stickers for the words. You could use those as well. Oops. Is that straight? Yeah. You could also just, you know, either cut out the words or have stickers. You could use stickers that are flowers, if you have ones that are small enough. So yeah, there's a ton of different things that you can do with this. I liked putting buttons on mine. I thought it was really sweet to put a tiny button down. And I have a whole bunch of antique ones, so there was some that looked like flowers and such I used. So yeah, so there it is. And so all you do then is, I have a piece of cardstock here, is you just slip it on. And that's the part that's gonna hang out. I don't know, if you have problems with it hanging out, you don't like that, the only thing I would suggest is to round it down further, like down here, or just cut it straight. And the paper clip stops here, so you wouldn't have to have that hanging out. I like it. You could also do it from the top of your journal. That I would like. I like stuff sticking out of my journals. I wouldn't do it on the bottom. That's just me, but I would do it on the side or the top. And you could even use this like you would do a tab, and you could put, you know, if you have something that you want to write here, like you want on a tab, you could do that as well. So they're really super cute, and I think they're fun to make. And so I just wanted to put that out there for the people that were asking me, because I made a whole bunch last week, and I actually showed them in my group, and I had people messaging me, how do you do that? How do you do that? So I thought, you know what, just go ahead and do a video, and I'll give you guys, I might actually do the directions, or not the directions, but the supply list over, because there's a few things I forgot to put on here, and I'm not going to give this. So, but I will have all the information about her Etsy store, and you know, all the ideas for the extras for your you know, decorating part. So anyway, that's pretty much it. So if you want to, like I said, go and check out Tracy Fox on Etsy and grab one of her kits or both and have at it. It's a lot of fun. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day and night wherever you're at. It's afternoon here for me in California, and I will see you guys next time.